I thought my life was over the day my stepmother stopped me from taking my final examination. I had no idea that my late mother had already prepared a future for me. From there, we learn about Ada's miserable daily routine. She wakes before sunrise, sweeps the compound, and washes clothes, watching as children her own age walk home wearing their school uniforms. This line chart shows average audience retention on a typical digital video timeline. Within the first 30 seconds, most viewers abandon the story for the infinite scroll. Competing with that scroll requires more than a sad story. It requires weaponized pacing, a specific arrangement of events designed to intercept the viewer's urge to leave. Surviving the digital attention economy requires a psychological architecture that makes clicking away feel like leaving a conversation mid-sentence. The sequence begins when Ada's father quietly approaches her in the backyard. While her stepmother is distracted, he slips an old brass key into her hand, a secret gift left by her mother. This diagram illustrates the Zeigarnik effect. The glowing gap represents an active, unresolved mental state triggered by an unanswered question. Humans naturally avoid incomplete information. We fixate on the unknown, which compels the viewer to continue until they see what that key actually does. Ada takes the key to her mother's trusted friend, Grandma Ngozi, who retrieves a dusty wooden box. Inside are documents, photographs, and a handwritten letter. The resolution is found in a small cloth bag containing a bank passbook. Her mother had been secretly saving enough money to pay for Ada's entire education. Resolving the mystery of the key provides a satisfying dopamine hit, rewarding the viewer for their patience. This exchange builds viewer trust. By providing a clear answer to the initial question, the narrative signals that the viewer's time is being well spent. But that satisfaction is immediately interrupted. Grace steps out from behind a tree, revealing she was watching all along. In a few seconds, the security Ada just found is gone. Grace discovers the box, tears her mother's letter to pieces, and walks away with the passbook. Structurally, the writer destroys the protagonist's happiness the moment it is achieved. A happy ending at the midpoint is a retention killer. If Ada is safe, the viewer has no reason to click on the next chapter. This chart tracks the viewer's emotional state. The theft creates a cortisol spike, replacing the previous reward with an acute demand for justice. High retention requires the constant disruption of safety. In digital storytelling, a satisfied viewer is a viewer who is ready to leave. Ada is left in the yard, while Grace walks away with what she believes are the only assets the family has left. But Grandma Ngozi intervenes, explaining that the stolen bank account was only a fraction of the plan. The small piece of farmland her mother purchased years ago is now a plot of land worth millions. This revelation acts as a bridge between episodes. It doesn't just raise the stakes, it changes the nature of the story itself. This scale shows how the new information outweighs the previous conflict. The fight for a savings account is replaced by a multi-million-dollar empire. Grace's victory is a hollow illusion. She holds a passbook, but the real value remains out of reach. This rapid sequence of shifting stakes and broken promises creates a self-sustaining narrative engine. Before one question is fully answered, a larger, more complex problem is introduced. Digital creators use these precise shifts to manufacture a tension that makes watching the next chapter feel like a necessity.